Hi there and welcome. It's Tracy Bradley at stampinwithtracy.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this project. It's one of our Stampin' Up! Pizza boxes, and when you open it up, you've got a gift card in there. So let's go ahead and let me show you how to make this. Now right now it's celebration time with Stampin' Up! And that means that you can get free gifts for every $50 purchase before shipping and tax. So what we're going to do is use two stamps. Let's see here. See, this is the catalog. We're going to use Amazing You, which is one of our freebies. At $50 you can get this. And then another one we're going to use are the Tutti Frutti cards and envelopes. You get 16 card bases, pre-printed, and envelopes. So let me show you the card bases that you get. So you get all these envelopes, and all of these card bases. They already scored for you, and you get this absolutely free. So what I've done is I took one of those card bases, I cut it down to 3 1/8 to 3 1/8, and then I have some foil, some gold foil, and that's cut at 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. And what we're going to do is emboss the paper, and then we're also going to emboss Celebrate here. I don't know if you can see all the shininess. Oh, and then this has also been embossed, and that's on vellum. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how to do the embossing. I'm going to get another piece of paper in here because we're going to use our Versamark and get it off of the paper. So we're using Versamark. You always want to use that when you are embossing, and you always want to take an embossing buddy and cover it over your surface. So we're going to use the right here, this image. I'm going to stamp it, and I'm going to do it one at a time because you can't see what you've done. So I'm going to start in the middle and then bring in some gold embossing powder. And sprinkle that on. Oops. And then I'm going to just keep stamping until I've got it covered how I want. So let's see, I'll make and I'll go ahead and do this other corner. When they get too close, you don't know where, you can't see it, so you don't know where to stamp. Okay, we got just a little bit more. I should have paid better attention where I stamped before. All right, do that again. So I'll put it so the leaf is, hope my head's not in the camera here. And then I'm going to do another one up here. Okay, add a little bit more of our embossing powder. Just want to make sure you get enough on there. Looks good. Now I'm going to use our heat tool, and I'm going to heat it up a bit before I put it on here. I'm hoping you'll be able to see it, it change here when it processes. So I'm using the heat tool, Stampin' Up! Heat tool. So I am going to turn it on, let it sit for a bit, and then I'll go ahead and start embossing. So just, if you use it too much on your paper will really warp a lot. So, all right. Okay, we'll go ahead. I'm hoping you'll be able to see this change. Oh, I hope you can see that. When you're doing it, it's pretty obvious when it changes. Oh, it's like magic. Isn't that beautiful? Let me turn this around. Sometimes people will say, well, how do I know it's working? You'll know. All right, there we have that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Can you see that? Let me bring that up. I'm hoping you can really see how pretty that is. Now we're also going to do Celebrate. So I'm going to bring in a piece of paper and do that same process again. So I'm going to use the embossing buddy, reverse the mark. Bring in that gold embossing powder again. And then you just want to check that you don't see a lot of stray embossing. So I always like to hit the back like this, because if there's little pieces there, then they're going to still be there. Looks pretty good. Sometimes I'll use a paintbrush to try, a very small paintbrush to try to get into some of the places where there might still be the embossing powder. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on again. Give it a minute. Okay, here we go. Oh, see, that one went pretty fast. All right, so we're already doing. Now I've gone and used, I've gone ahead and cut this out. I used the Layering Ovals Framelits for both of these. This is Soft Sky, and so that we've got that ready. And we can start putting this together. Oh, and then let me, so we're going to do that, but let me show you first the pizza box. They come like packaged like this. You get 8 of them. Now these were available in our holiday catalog, and they're still available even though they aren't in any of the catalogs right now. So when you fold this, there's a shiny side and a dull side. You want to have the shiny side inside, because you can put a cookie in here and then it won't get grease all over everything. So you want to fold on all these lines. So on this part here, there are 2 pieces right here, and there's one, this is going to be the one that forms the bottom of the box. So you're simply going to bring these in. Bring this over like that, and then the box is ready. All right, we need one more thing that we need to emboss. We're going to use a vellum, and you still again want to use your embossing buddy. Get our Versamark. And we're using the, let me get the stamp set. We're using this right here. embossing. If you've been afraid to do embossing, you've seen enough of it here that I would hope you're not going to be intimidated by it. It's so easy to do. Okay. Oh. When you're using the heat tool with your embossing, with vellum, you want to be really careful because you can overdo it. We'll do this again. We'll give it a minute, especially when you're doing vellum. You want to make sure your heat tool is good and hot. All right, let's try that. All right, so how quickly. Oh, so cool. All right, and then I like to do just on the back. And I'm going to use our Starburst punch to cut this out. So I'm just going to go in like this. Cut it out. And then I'm just going to trim it right here. All right, we're ready to assemble. So we're going to just use our snail. And put that on the gold foil. And that will go right onto the box. So I make sure I've got it on good here. Put that on the front. We'll get our snail on the sentiment. Right, so now what I'm going to do is put a few glue dots on here, just along the edge here. And then my sentiment's going to go on top of it. Bring this up to here. Okay, and now we'll put our Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. I love Stampin' Dimensionals, and I always use a lot when I create. There we go. Okay, and now all we have are just to put some metallic shapes on. Metallic shapes that come in silver and gold. So we'll use the gold. I'm just going to use some of the smaller ones for the bottom here. Put it in the middle. Oops. Let go of that before it was ready. Come on. Oh, man. Hopefully that won't be obvious. A crafting casualty. Oh, no, it's good. It's fine. So here we have the two of them. All right, well, thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.